Okay, welcome back everyone. I hope you enjoyed the first video's lesson. And now let's move on to the second video. And in the second video, we are going to study the lesson which is on the blueprint 6. Actually, it is not the lesson at all, but it's kind of the exercise-based activities. So as you know, you already finished the module 2, which talk about the cultures. And in those modules, you have learned 5 lessons regarding to the cultures. Now in this video lesson, we will look at some of the things that you have learned from those five lessons. Because in each lesson, you already learn the different culture. You learn about film, you learn about food, you learn about the country, which is the British, and you learn about food. All of those are about the cultures. Okay, so in this video there will be 3 main activities that you are going to do. So the first one, we will look at some of the vocabulary that you learn from those 5 lessons. The second activity is the reading activity. Last but not least, it is the listening activities. So without any further ado, let's get started with the first activity for today's lesson. So this activity is the vocabulary activities, and what you need to do is to put the words in the correct column. So we have 3 main categories. We have art and entertainment, we have cooking, and we have travel. So the word about the box, you need to use those words and put it in the correct column. For example, the word monuments, is it related to art and entertainment, or is it related to the cooking, or is it related to the travel? So you may spend around 1 or 2 minutes to put this in order. So everyone, let's start. Okay, I hope you get the answer or some idea of the word. Let's check the answer all together. So the word that related to art and entertainment, there are 4 words. Those words are appearance, producer, artistics, and tales. And the word related to the cooking, cuisines, which is the other word for food, substance, germ, germ, and milk. Okay, and the word related to the word travel, which is monuments, itinerary, palace, last but not least, landmark. Very good. So I hope after you learn the 5 lessons in the module 2, which is about culture, you should be able to know these 12 vocabularies. Now let's move on to the next activity, because this is the end of the first activity, and I hope you get all the correct answer. So the next activity, which is about the reading, and you are going to read the customer review. He reviewed one of the Russian restaurants, and when you read, there is one activity for you to do, which is you will get a statement, and you need to decide whether the statement is true or false. Now everyone, here is the reading passage. So this is in a common form, and as you can see here, the writer name is Ivan K, and he reviewed the restaurant name Andrea Bistro. So this is the Russian restaurant. So let's read this all together, and while you are reading or listen to me read, you need to pay attention to the detailed information here. So I had been looking forward to trying the new Russian restaurant on the 14th Street, Andrei Bristol. My grandmother was Russian, and she used to make delicious Russian food for me when I was a kid. Also, the ad on TV had made it look great, but that was just dishonest marketing. First of all, the service was terrible. I went there with my girlfriends, When we arrived, it was almost empty. There were only two other customers in the entire place, yet we had to wait 10 minutes to get our menus. I admit that the menu is impressive. There are tons of dishes available, but I was expecting authentic Russian food, and I was disappointed. The borscht, a kind of soup, tastes like it came from a can. The sashki, a barbecue meat, was dry and tasteless. But the worst thing was the condition of the tables, floors, and bathroom. The owners of Andre Bistro definitely do not maintain strict standards when it comes to cleaning. My girlfriend, who has excellent taste, said she'll never go there again. You shouldn't either. Okay, so this one is a short reading passage which is about the review of the restaurant. So after you read this, how do you feel about the restaurants? Is it a good restaurant or is it a bad restaurant? Based on the writer opinion, clearly it is a bad restaurant. So now after you get the important informations from the reading, let's see those statements. So here we have 5 statements. So decide whether the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, which one is the correct statement. So let's start with number 1. The writer's grandmother often cooked for him. So this one, is it true or false? So number 1. Clearly it is a little bit tricky, to be honest, but this one is false actually, because in the reading passage the writer said was, so the writer used the past tense, which is something that happened in the past and already finished. But in this statement they use the present tense, so it is wrong, false. Number 2, he had seen advertisement for the restaurant before he went there. Sure, it is true. Number 3, he was not satisfied with the menu. No, actually, he said that he was impressed by the menu. There are a lot of dishes available. So this one is true or false? Okay, it is false. Number 4, the food didn't taste like the real Russian food. Sure, he said the food, one kind of soup, it tastes like it just came from the can. So this one is true. Last but not least, the restaurant was not clean enough. Right, sure, the customer or the writer wrote this passage in order to complain the quality of the table, the floors, and the bathroom. So the restaurant was not clean enough, which is true. Very good. So now that's the end of the reading activity. Let's move on to the listening activities. So here, which is the listening comprehensions. After you study 5 lessons, I hope you get some skill in order to help you do this type of listening exercise. So note-taking skill, locating the keyword, getting only important informations, okay? So all those skills you need to apply in these activities, be honest. So let's start with this one. So this, you are going to listen and then you have to complete this conversation with 6 words. So now let's get started. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Track 11.
I see you have an impressive list of references. Your current job is at a great company that pays well. Why do you want to leave?
The main factor is my wish to learn more and move up. It's a good company, but I think I've learned all I can there. I want to expand my skills and advance in my field.
That makes sense. At this company, you'll have plenty of opportunities for promotion.
Glad to hear that.
Now, your job will be to represent our company and help maintain our positive public image. Lots of skills are important for this position. The biggest ones are writing, making and editing digital videos, and responding to customers. Which of those skills are you best at?
Writing is probably my strongest skill, and I have tons of experience interacting with customers. I haven't done much video editing, but I'm a fast learner.
I see. We can give you training with our editing software if you're not familiar with it.
Okay, so that's it for the conversations. So can you imagine what or where is this conversation take place? During the job interview, right? So those are the interviewer and interviewees. So let's check the answer whether you get the words or not. So there is only one word for each gap. Let's start with the first one. So the first one is references. The second one, factor, expand, and number 4, promotion. Number 5, position. Last but not least, ton of experience interacting with customers. So these are the end of the listening activity. But when you listen, you can see the job interviewing techniques here. I hope you get the idea. So the man who is good at writing. However, in his workplace, it is required him to be good at video editing as well. But he cannot edit the video. But instead of saying I can't edit the video or I don't know how to edit the video, he take it into a very positive way. He said, I haven't done much video editing, but I'm a fast learner, which means you are happy to learn. Okay, so if one day you will be in the job interview, and yeah, you can copy his style when you are not good at something or you don't know anything about it. Just tell someone who is asking you that you are a quick learner and you can learn the skill later. Okay, all right everyone, so I think it's now time for us to say goodbye, and I hope to see all of you again in the next video. Goodbye.